New era for the Raiders. Do they finally start getting it turned around?
This is Locked On Bets, the daily betting show that means business from the Locked On Podcast Network. Hosted by Lee Sterling and Kevin Rogers, they're dropping fearless picks with an inside edge to put money in your pocket. If there's action, they've got the lock. This is where smart bets start. It's Locked On Bets.
Welcome to the Thursday edition of Locked On Bets. Kevin Rogers and Lee Sterling of Paramount Sports with you. And as always, we appreciate you making Locked On Bets your first listen of the day here on the Locked On Podcast Network. And NFL preseason finally here with a nice slate tonight. We have 3 games to go over. Also, UFC 330 in Philadelphia coming up on Saturday. Lee has a selection on that. Before we get going with the picks, Lee has an announcement. It's not as bad as it may sound, but at least Lee taking a little bit of time, but just before football season. So from there, Lee, take it away.
Yeah, I'm going on a family vacation to Europe, so there is a chance might come in once or twice and do a video and give out some picks. But, you know, when you're on a cruise, 8 of the 14 days, we're on a cruise to Norway. So the service might be spotty, but Jack Bond's going to fill in. We got Jeremy Kahn filling in, guys that work for me that are so skilled. So taking a little time, recharging the batteries with the family. Just couldn't say no. My daughter works for MSC Cruise. We're taking the brand new Explorer 3 to Norway and also going to Scotland and London. So sometimes you just got to do it. But I'll still be around, and I'll be back Thursday, August 27th. So don't be surprised when you don't see me. I'll still be lurking, and let's get it off. Let's start off my trip on a big time note here on 2 NFL games and a UFC play.
Yeah, and looking forward to all of that. So without further ado, Lee, let's get it going, and let's begin with our NFL lock of the day.
Open it, open it, open it. Lee has the key to the lock of the day.
Two teams that finished 3-14 last year, the Cardinals and the Raiders, they meet in Las Vegas. It's a new era, obviously, for the Cardinals with a new head coach. We saw them last week already in Carson Beck's debut against the Panthers in the Hall of Fame game, but for the Silver and Black. Now they have Fernando Mendoza, the top pick out of Indiana. They have Kirk Cousins, who came over from Atlanta. They have Clint Kubiak as the new head coach, took over for Pete Carroll, whose 1 year was a disaster. So with all that being said, Lee, what do you like for this first preseason game for the Raiders and the Cardinals?
Well, there was a trend. Usually the team that played in the Hall of Fame game, their second game to take them because they have an advantage already playing a game. But I'm not buying it. They had to travel for that game to Ohio, come back home, get on a plane again. They're not playing a home game. Got to play in Vegas here, even though it's not that long of a flight. But that has to wear on you here. I like what I'm hearing from this Raiders team. Looks like camp things are really productive. I think they're going to be much better on defense. As good as Carson Beck was, the Arizona defense was absolutely atrocious. I even had them ranked below the Dolphins. I think they're that bad. They don't have any players. At least the Dolphins, have maybe a Pro Bowl defensive tackle, a really good linebacker, some good young corners. I just don't see it with this Arizona team. I think they're going to be that bad here. And I think the Raiders going to move the ball on them early and often, and I think Fernando Mendoza's debut going to work out well. Let's lay the small spot here before it even moves up later today, Thursday night tonight. Let's go with the Raiders level 2 lock over the Cardinals.
And there's obviously a lot of excitement with this Raider team, and you wonder when Mendoza is going to start during the regular season. It seems like Kirk Cousins will be the opening day starter when they face the Dolphins, and then seeing how things go, they'll let Cousins kind of steer the ship until Mendoza is ready. But after last year's disaster, I mean, nothing can get any worse, you would think, but can only go up for the Raiders. And we'll see what Carson Beck does in his second game for the Cardinals here against Las Vegas. So now let's take a look at our second preseason game, and time now for our wrong team favorite.
What the WTF?
you don't normally see a lot of NFL preseason games with nearly a touchdown favorite. Usually it's field goal or less for the most part. But in this situation in Cincinnati, the Bengals laying 6.5 to the Lions. We're going to take the points with Detroit here. Now, the Lions did lose a quarterback this week, Teddy Bridgewater. He retired. So now he obviously will not be there for Detroit since we won't see Jared Goff. But you have Luke Altmaier, the former Illinois quarterback. He's going to get time. Also, Josh Dobbs, who bounced around a little bit. He's been a quarterback in this league. He played for Minnesota a few years ago and saw some moderate success when he was in. Meanwhile, for the Bengals, just so much pressure on them now. And, you're not going to see Joe Burrow, but Joe Flacco, he's there again. And we know what kind of career that he has had. And the Bengals, veteran team. But this number, though, Lee, since 2022, Zach Taylor, head coach of the Bengals, they're 2-9-1, not ATS, 2-9-1 straight up in their last 12 in the preseason. So they don't win these games. This isn't even about, they're winning games, not covering. They're not even winning them. So to lay this amount of points, I just don't trust it. Maybe the Bengals do win by 3 or 4. But I'm going to take the points with the Lions here against the Bengals. I just can't trust Cincinnati here. Let's take the Lions as our NFL wrong team favorite.
I love it. And also it's kind of morphed over into the start of the regular season where they lost like 4, 5, 6 in a row, something like that to start the season. So Zach Taylor's a slow starter, fast finisher, but we're not looking at the end of the season. We're talking about preseason. So that's a lot of points.
And remember, too, actually, they did win the opener last year. Remember, they won at the end against the Browns that missed field goal. So they didn't even cover the spread in that game. So they're not even covering. I mean, yes, they won a close game, but they're not even covering spreads. They lost to New England as a favorite a few years ago as well when the Patriots weren't very good. So, the Bengals, for whatever reason, just don't get out of the gates very strong, and they desperately need Joe Burrow to be healthy coming up this season. Up next, we have another NFL game. The Colts and Patriots. Won't see Peyton Manning or Tom Brady out in this one, but we'll see how the Patriots respond. First game since the Super Bowl. Obviously doesn't mean much, but their first game back. And UFC 330 from Philadelphia. Will LeBron come out and face the crowd? Probably not, but big card in Philly coming up Saturday. Lee's got a pick on that. That's all straight ahead. You are listening to the Thursday edition of Locked On Bets. Locked On Bets is brought to you by FanDuel. Baseball fans, if you think you know who's hitting a homer today, FanDuel is giving you a free chance to call your shot with daily dingers. It's easy to play. Just make your free pick for who you think will hit a home run in their game. If you're right, you'll receive a profit boost to use on your next bet for a chance at extra winnings. Best of all, you can make a free pick every day throughout the MLB season. Daily Dingers is another fun way to stay engaged with every day's games. Whether you're following your favorite team or keeping an eye on matchups across the league, every game has someone capable of going deep. Now you get the chance to make your prediction before first pitch. And we always see every day so many big names that are on this card. Anybody that's a chance of going deep, and you say, who's going to be on a hot streak? Who's got a favorable pitching matchup? So many different ways you can go about it and how you want to choose your hitter. Normally a list of about 10 guys. So you have opportunities to look at a bunch of hitters, guys that have a track record of going deep. It's just about who you like the most that will go deep. So are you ready to play your game today? Join all the action at FanDuel.com. That's FanDuel.com to play daily dingers and make your free pick on who's hitting a homer. Play ball and swing for the fences on FanDuel, an official partner of the MLB. Now let's talk about our friends at Odoo. And running a business shouldn't feel like you're trying to connect a bunch of systems that were never designed to work together. One app for accounting, another for inventory, another for sales, and somehow none of them talk to each other. That's where Odoo comes in. Odoo is an all-in-one business management software that brings every part of your business together in one powerful platform, from sales and accounting to inventory and marketing. Everything works in one place, helping your team move faster, stay organized, and focus on growing the business instead of managing software. And the best organizations know that success isn't just about talent. It's about having everyone working towards the same goal. And that's true in sports, just like it is in business. And with the NFL preseason underway this week, you think of the defending champion Seahawks and what they did last year. They brought in a new quarterback in Sam Darnold, and it helped turn around the team. The organization had a vision. They stuck to it, and now you're seeing the results because everyone was working from the same playbook. And great organizations win because operations matter, and that's why you should get Odoo. Try for free today at odoo.com/lockedon. That's odoo.com/lockedon. We continue the Thursday edition of Locked On Bets. Kevin Rogers and Lee Sterling of Paramount Sports, and we've gone through 2 NFL games. So let's get to the third now. Our blowout special up at Gillette Stadium in Foxboro.
Oh, boy. Last one out, turn off the lights. This one's a blowout.
Colts and the Patriots, long history, of course, but now all the big names are gone. So new era. And Anthony Richardson, we'll see him at quarterback for the Colts. And last year when he started the first game against Baltimore, remember the battle between he and Daniel Jones, and you thought, oh, maybe Daniel Jones be a backup this year. Anthony Richardson got hurt like the second play of the game, and then Daniel Jones came in, ended up playing very well for the Colts before he got hurt. But still, Anthony Richardson getting an opportunity. So, Lee, Colts, Pats, what do you like?
Yeah, Anthony Richardson, I think, is going to end up being one of the better backups. And, you know, his running escapability is important also. So I think he'll do fine. And then we'll see Riley Leonard. He gained a lot of valuable experience late in the season last year. And I think that's going to pay off. For New England, I don't love their backups. Tommy DeVito, you know, he's with the Giants. He's going to be a backup for New England. I mean, if they get in trouble with Drake May, he gets hurt, you can kiss that season goodbye. And then Baron Morton for Texas Tech, if you saw him last in their playoff game, he was absolutely atrocious. So I think they have the edge there. I'm hearing, you know, when they're holding these joint practices, they look really good. New England's had a bunch of injuries, and I think they're going to hold even more players out here. So let's go with a blowout special here. Lay the 2.5. You want to get it before it gets to 3, and that's why we're going to play it bright and early here. We're going to go with the Indianapolis Colts blowout special over the New England Patriots tonight. Should be an easy one.
And we got 3 picks for tonight. Also, there's a pick for Friday with the Commanders Dolphins. You could find that on our YouTube channel, Locked On Bets, from Wednesday's show that Lee has on that one. So plenty of predictions for week 1 of the preseason in the NFL. Now we shift our attention to the UFC, where Lee has been unbelievably hot. UFC 330 in Philadelphia coming up on Saturday. And it's time now for our Hidden Gem.
To find a diamond in the rough, you need to dig a little deeper for those hidden gems.
Up on Saturday, the house that LeBron James built in Philadelphia, right? Well, I mean, he's only staying there sometimes and go back to New York. Vicente Luque and Tresean Gore, middleweight bout coming up on Saturday, UFC 330. Lee, what do you like?
Yeah, I mean, maybe we'll get Sylvester Stallone comes out, you know, does the introductions or is in the ring before the main event. But this is a fight here that I like a lot. Vicente Luque, 34 years old, probably, if you watch him, you're going to say he looks more like 38 or 40. His chin is really suspect now, and but he also is very good at submissions. He has had a win or a loss inside the distance. You know, he's won or lost, KO, submission by him or his opponent in 4 of the last 5 fights. His opponent, Tresean Gore, just a 12-4 record. But here's another guy. He either finishes someone or he gets finished quick. He also makes a lot of mistakes, has big-time power here. So I think this is a steal. Inside the distance that either fighter wins, that means the fight can't go to a decision, is minus 160. I put it at almost minus 300 here. So we're going to go with a hidden gem, Vicente, the silent assassin, Luque, and Tresean Gore here. Inside the distance, minus 160. Hidden gem for Saturday night in Philadelphia.
And Lee has just been exceptional on the UFC picks, not only recently, but for a long time now, for the last couple months. So continue to ride that. And Lee, again, final show before you go on vacation for a little bit, and tell the people what they can expect from Paramount Sports with NFL Week 1 of the exhibition season starting tonight, and a whole lot of football coming up this month.
Yeah, it's been an incredible 15-month run here, and football is amazing. We won 32 out of 33 years. We've won 6 out of the last 7 Super Bowls, 6 of the last 7 college football championship games. But UFC, we've won 38 of the last 53 UFC cards. 6 selections, $76, and not 1, not 2, but 3 of the selections are 40 to 50 unit max wagers. So you want to get on. This is the card you want to get on. We're going like 5-1, 6-1, 7-0-1 on these big cards, these numbered cards. So 6 selections. It's an immediate download, just $76, ParamountSports.com. Also football, load it up. Gave you 2 free selections for tonight, and we're going to be going all weekend long. You want to join us from today all the way through the Super Bowl. Normally $26.97. Just $1,997. And if you sign up today or tomorrow, I'm going to throw in baseball through the World Series. So just my way of saying thank you. So you want to hop on, now is the time. ParamountSports.com or call 800-400-9741. Start winning today.
And don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel, Locked On Bets, as well as the podcast version you can find on Spotify, Apple, wherever you get your podcast. Type in Locked On Bets. For Lee Sterling, I am Kevin Rogers. Thank you so much for tuning in to this edition of Locked On Bets right here on the Locked On Podcast Network.